are with us. Hey, Shalom, G-Man Charlotte. Midweek camp back is live in effect, right? I'm out here to bring it out. And before we get started, we want to give all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Hey, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth. Double salutations to all you Hakim out the labor in the house of David, the elect, who's pushing his word with all truth, righteousness, and sincerity. Shalom to you brothers. Hey, shalom to the elect, man. All right. Hey, so we back out here to bring it out. Just hitting these current events, hitting the signs of the times, the news, and pretty much through the spirit, hey, this brother's been going into, these jakes. They made a covenant with death, and we talked about that a little bit last week. But the thing is, hey, outside of this Diddy shit, I know it keeps coming up, but outside of this Diddy shit, America as a whole is one big ass freak show. Right. It's one big ass circus freak fest, if you will, man. Because hey, this is the modern day Sodom and Gomorrah through the spirit. Yeah, so bro. Oh, go ahead.
This is Revelation 11 and verse 8. Yep. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
All right, it says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the great city, that great city tied to Babylon, which is known as Sodom and Egypt. All right, Sodom for all the weirdo and freakism that goes on in this place, man. Right, see, people, hey, just paying attention to what's been going on and circulating on the internet, people now are coming to the conclusion that Hollywood is just one big ass freak-off sex cult, Babylonian sex magic, idolatrous, cult, if you will, in a lack of better words, man. These are the people that have the power over the over this system, man. Because it ain't just like we said, it ain't just Hollywood celebrities. It's your athletes, it's your politicians, it's your mayors, it's your government officials, it's the people that have high positions of power within the damn White House. Right. They all get down like that, man. Right.
When you really look into it, it's really deeper than just niggas being all nasty. Man.
Right.
Because it's really high level Satan worship. Because when you go into what they're actually doing that for, it's idol worship, idolatry, man. And when you worship these different idols, all right, they cause you to base yourself to gain more power on the left hand, which allows these people to have all this money, to have all this fame and influence and whatnot. Right? Yeah. Like you were saying, bro, this is Sodom and Gomorrah, this is Egypt, all wrapped up in one. Man.
Get that in Jude 1:5. You have something?
Yeah, I have something.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Ephesians 6 and verse 12. It says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities."
Yeah, against principalities, spirits. Go ahead.
Against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Against the rulers of darkness of this world. This is the power structure that's ruling the planet, that's ruling the earth. Right? The rulers of darkness of this world. Go ahead.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Spiritual wickedness in high places, man. All right, so it's like we said, it's beyond Bill Gates. It's beyond Jeff Bezos. All right, you talking about the elites. All right, the so-called creme de la creme of this world, man.
Rockefeller, DuPont, Getty, the so-called 13 royal bloodlines, man.
That's it.
These niggas are high-level devils, man.
That's it. The families that we know and the families that we don't know.
Yeah.
This is the structure, the power structure that's ruling the earth, man.
Right.
So, like we said, to hear about all of these incidents, if you will, of trafficking. Because right now, the brother, can you get that real quick? Because that he just posted about the so-called Israelis. Yep. See, this thing is getting deeper now. Because hey, we talked about the distractions, what they're doing to keep people's minds away from the things that really matters. Right. Can you read that?
This is from the People's Voice.tv. It says Israeli army caught riding pedo ring involving thousands of Palestinian kids. Media blackout.
Right. See that? So not only are they bombing and killing them children over there, but they got a whole PEDO ring out there. Right. Involving little Palestinian children, man. This is the shit that's getting covered up.
And this has always been the MO of what these devils do. Because you had that same thing happen with the earthquakes in Haiti years back. All them kids were just getting taken and nobody knew where they went.
Yeah.
All right, you had a couple years ago with ICE.
Yeah, the border crisis.
The border crisis with the Northern Kingdom, mainly this part. Yep. All the children went missing. Okay.
About 3,000.
Yeah. This has always been that because we know these child sacrifice, is a heavy thing amongst these damn devils, man.
That's it. Get that real quick. Hold these precepts. Get the one in Revelation 18, the souls of men, where it talks about how this place encaps souls of men. You can read straight to it. Straight to it.
I don't know. This is Revelation chapter 18.
Hey, because trafficking, sex trafficking is a $10 billion industry for America, man. This is common knowledge. Go ahead.
I'm starting verse 11, point to 13. Revelation 18 and 11. And the merchants of the earth, when you go into the chapter, it's going into the destruction of Babylon.
That's it.
It says, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buyeth their merchandise anymore. The merchants of gold and silver and precious stones and of pearls and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet and all thine wood and all manner of vessels of ivory and all manner of vessels of most precious wood and of brass and iron and marble and cinnamon and odors and ointments and frankincense and wine and oil and fine flour and wheat and beasts and sheep and horses and chariots and slaves and souls of men.
And slaves and souls of men. All right, slavery still exists in this place.
Right.
All right, despite whether you believe that or not, man. That's what this whole trafficking thing is about. It said the souls of men. All right, so this act, this demonic act of trafficking kids, and there was a video, not to rant, but there's a video that came out, I want to say about 5-6 months ago, that was circulating, and they actually caught up with the people that was trafficking organs and body parts, open the truck up, it's fucking limbs and shit, you know, arms, right? These things are getting traded, man. This is what goes on in this place.
Yeah, you got things such as the black market, you know, you got the whole thing with the dark web, you know, and these are where these things are being trafficked at, man. All right, so when you go into what, you know, what goes on, like I said, with the dark web, for an example, all right, you have these people, you have to have a certain, you know, access code to be able to access all that stuff, whatever. Right. And then once you get access to that, you can order hits on people. You can watch snuff films. You know, like I said, watch children get, you know, raped, murdered, whatnot. And these elites is sitting out watching all that shit, getting off to it. You know,
real shit. You know.
But I wanted to add some context to what you're saying as far as dealing with, like you said, human trafficking and these pedo rings. High-level money makers for these devils. Man. That's an international trade that has allowed these devils to get this money that they have now, man.
World business.
So, you know, we mentioned this on video earlier this week. All right, dealing with that movie Sound of Freedom. Okay, because as we know with these devils, they have a thing called the revelation of the method. All right, and they literally tell you what they're doing to your face so that their conscience can, quote unquote, be lifted or cleansed or whatnot. So with that movie, it was exposing. All right, how they're pretty much, you know, making this sex trafficking thing a worldwide thing. Right. So just going into it, the statistics, it says an estimated 27.6 million people are victims of human trafficking globally at any given time. An estimated 2 million children are trafficked every year. In the United States, more than 500,000 children go missing each year. More than half of child trafficking victims are between the ages of 12 and 15. In 2021, the most child trafficking cases were reported in Nevada, Mississippi, and Florida. Family members and intimate partners are often the perpetrators of sex trafficking. 25% of child porn or whatever, crime is created by a family member or neighbor. More than 80% of child sex crimes start on social media, and these things happen because that's a vibration that they need pushed out. So even the lower level people that you wouldn't really suspect to be in on it, they're in on it, man. All right, because why do you think they got all these Masonic lodges throughout every city in America, man? They get down with shit like that in there too, man. You know?
This is what they got to do in order to prosper in this world. You got any more?
All
right, I'm gonna go back to that. This is Job 10 and 21, and it reads, it says, "Before I go whence I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and in the shadow of death," right? And that's Babylon, that's America.
That's right.
All right, this place is the land of darkness, the shadow of death. All right, it says, verse 22, Job 10 and 22, it says, "A land of darkness as darkness itself, in the shadow of death, without any order, and where the light is as darkness," right? So this is that land without any order. This is why these type of debauchery, this type of filth goes on. right? Because this world is ultimately what? It's been given over to Satan, man.
Right.
Right? So this is what, this, like I said earlier, people are realizing this shit. You know, all this conspiracy shit is done. All right? And this is the truth that's being presented to you here. Right?
Can I get that for you real quick?
Huh.
It said, showing you this is Satan's world. This is Matthew chapter 4, verse 8.
Yep.
All right, this is when Satan came and tempted Yahushua during his 40 day and night fast.
Yep.
It says, again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world. And if I can make mention, the reason why he took Yahushua to an exceedingly high mountain, because to worship, you have to go to the high points, all right, to pretty much, give your sacrifices and whatnot. That's why when you see these devils, do their meetings and whatnot, they're always on like them high places. It says,
Summit.
yeah, summit, yeah. It says, and showeth him all the kingdoms of the world. So Satan showed Yahushua here in Babylon, man, America.
And it's the same thing that goes on within the so-called industry.
That's right.
They get presented with all these things, but it comes with a price.
That's right. And here's the price. It says, and the glory of them, and saith unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me, or worship me. And you worshiping him is committing these acts that we're talking about, man. You basing yourself, making yourself abominable, man. All right, you want to get on? All right, you better touch your toes. You better drink blood. You better pop an animal. You better get shitted on, pissed on. You better eat that. It's all types of nastiness that these people got to do to maintain that status, man.
Yeah.
They always tell you this, man.
You got to do it all on film.
Right.
So because that's how they blackmail you. It's a lot of blackmail shit that goes on within that circle of filth, man.
That's right.
But anyway, go back to that.
Revelation.
Yeah, you got it. Oh yeah, Jude, get that real quick.
This is Jude 1:7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire.
Right, so Sodom and Gomorrah was set forth as an example of suffering eternal vengeance of fire, man. And America's going down that same route. So that's why when you hear about these cases, don't be surprised. We're in the midst of modern day Sodom and Gomorrah, man. All right, and it's even to a level where I did the lesson on, Esau has figured out how to stop these kids from basically hitting puberty, right? Yeah, man. Esau has puberty blockers and all of that. This is why all these little jakes is running around effeminate. Hey, So look, man, this is why we've been telling you, man, this devil eventually he's gonna be stopped.
You gotta go.
This world can't go on this way, right? But the point we're making that look, this is the modern day Sodom and Gomorrah, which is gonna go out by fire, which is gonna be nuclear destruction.
Right. So I can add, this makes sense to why when Yahushua said, if he doesn't speak the days up, there'll be no flesh to be saved.
That's it. It's a filthy world. Go ahead, bro.
This is Revelation 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Right. It's a lot of dead bodies around us, man. Jake without the light, Jake without the truth. That's what that's talking about, man. All right? Because you don't know the truth, and you remain in the congregation of the dead, right?
Right.
You see that? So,
like I want to add, whenever you go to prison, right, and that kind of death row, what do they say whenever they walk in prison? They can't walk in prison, right? It's a sentence to death. The same way with all these people, man, their sentence is to death. The Most High has a set judgment for them, which is death. Essentially, the dead people walking now.
yeah, this is a death-ridden society, man. This is a society that promotes nothing but death and destruction. So a society like this can't go on. This is why we see the stars of heaven falling.
Right.
Right? See these jakes that you thought that had it made in the shade, so to speak. Hey, their contract is up. They're no longer needed by these devils.
Right.
So hey, the Most High, the Lord is just judging these things left and right.
It's punching their card now, man.
That's it.
Because what is the reason why we're seeing guys like Diddy and these other jakes take a fall? Because Esau he sees that their usefulness has been outlived. All right. Because as we see, the entertainment world is done.
Yes.
The music industry, Hollywood, period, everything is done, man. So Yahushua Shai is showing you that look, this place is finished. So all these guys that's being exposed for what they're doing, it shows you they pick their side, man. They have the conflict of pride, man. And Yahushua Shai is showing all you scoffers out there that call us seat theories, you know, because we've been telling you this for years, man. You know, these truthers, they got this from us.
That's it.
You know? So when we bring these things out, now you have nothing more to say, man.
That's it.
Niggas been knew Diddy was nasty.
Come on,
But
man.
he's light. Because what he's doing, who he learned that from? He learned it from the Edomites, man.
Everybody had to get initiated.
Right.
Got it.
See, he's doing to Jake what the Edomites do to him. Because like I heard the others bring out in LA, because Jake ain't popping Diddy. Esau's popping Diddy. And then Diddy's getting the niggas that's coming to him trying to get that level. Man.
You're like the new Quincy Jones.
Exactly.
You know, the modern day Quincy Jones.
Exactly.
You know, what's the nigga, Russell Simmons?
Yeah, him too.
All them weirdos.
All them old niggas.
This is Revelation 11 and verse 9.
Yep.
And they of the people and kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves.
Right, read the 7th verse again.
Oh, okay.
Or was it 8?
8.
Yeah, read that again.
Revelation 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
Right. So you got to be able to see that this is Sodom and Egypt. All right, Sodom, going back to what we talked about, the weirdoism, the transformism, all the nastiness that you see that's promoted here in Egypt, going back to bondage.
Right.
All right, because this is the place of our captivity. The Israelites, the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American, Hispanics. We're in modern day Egypt.
Also, the practices of Egypt is being done here as well.
Idols.
Like the idols and like the idol worship. Because the shit that you see them doing in Hollywood, that's the shit them Hamites is doing. You know, that's why we was fucking them up when we were taking over the land, man. Because they was nasty.
Yeah, they had to be purged out.
They were the first Moses.
It says, where also our Lord was crucified.
But also our Lord was crucified, man. So as you see in the society, the law, statutes, commandments of the Lord are X'd out.
Yeah.
Right? The vibration of this society is anti-Messiah. Yeah. Anything that's concerning righteousness and truth is being shunned. And that's the spirit of this place. That's why, hey, we talked about a society can't be forwarded like that, man. This is how you know all these things that are happening is what? It tells us that this is the end of this place, right? Let's go to, that's it. Decadence, right? Go to Genesis, the 6th chapter. Let's go there. Because these are the same things that were going on during the flood. This is why the elder brothers say, hey, look, what we're witnessing as a whole is flood-like behavior.
Right.
It's the same shit, but worse, right?
Let's start at the top.
Yeah, you can start at the top.
Genesis 6 and verse 1. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of the Most High saw the daughters of men, that they were fair.
Yeah, speaking about the heathen women. All right, so this is dealing with the lineage of the sons of God, the line of Adam. Right? They saw that the daughters of, what did it say? They saw that the daughters of were fair, you know? Same thing Jake do now. When Jake see them heathen women, you know, they lose it. Same thing was going on back then. That's all. Keep going.
And they took them wives of all which they chose. And Yahweh said, my spirit
and
shall...
by that, as it's brought out, by them taking on them heathen wives, they started to develop those, taking on those philosophies of those particular heathen. Worshiping the idols. Because, hey, what was the fall of the sons of God? Idolatry. You know, they fell away from the divine way that was given to them. All right? Read on.
Let me add to it. When you take wives, that custom of marriage goes into joining houses together.
Right.
Which means you're joining those customs and those ways of life into one. The same thing that happened with Solomon. Man. Yep. It wasn't about taking those heathen women. It was about bringing their customs and their belief systems into his house.
That's it. Yeah, because Solomon, he didn't go off by having many wives. Because you hear Jacob push that. Well, Solomon was wrong for having all those women. No, he was righteous. But what made it, he went off by what? Taking on them customs, man. Worshiping them idols of them heathen women. And it was the same thing that the sons of God did. Right? Read on now.
Verse 3. And Yahweh said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years.
Right, because at this point, hey, the sons of God fell away from the divine order. Right? Sin began to manifest in the earth. You see? Keep going.
Verse 4. There were giants in the earth in those days.
Right, not talking about literal giants, but these were the sons of God, renowned men. Right, the Nephilim. Go ahead.
Fallen.
There you go, the fallen ones. Go ahead.
It says, and also after that, when the sons of the Most High came unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were of old and of renown.
Yep, keep going.
And the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the
And
earth.
the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth. It's the same thing now. So like we said, all of this freakism shit that goes on amongst your favorite rappers, because all them niggas are faggots, man. Let's just cut it straight, man. All right, Hollywood is just one big fag fest. All right, politicians included. Right, but the point is, they was doing all of this shit back then. Right, because like Priest was bringing out, these debased sex acts are all tied to idols. You know, you have to debase yourself to get that power on the left-hand side to get them goodies, so to speak. You know.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verse 1. For thine incorruptible spirit is in all things. Therefore chasteneth thou them by little and little that offend, and warnest them by putting them in remembrance wherein they have offended, that leaving their wickedness they may believe on thee, O Lord. For it was by thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of thy holy land.
Both those old inhabitants of thy holy land, going back to those Hamites. Go ahead.
It says, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcrafts and wicked sacrifices, and also those merciless murderers of children and devourers of man's flesh, and the feast of blood, with their priests out of the midst of their idolatrous crew, and the parents that killed with their own hands so destitute of help.
Yeah, them Canaanites were wicked, man. They were doing all types of ritual, blood sacrifice, debased sex acts, and it's the same thing that they do in the Babylonian cult. It's the same thing that they doing in this Babylonian cult, man. Nothing new under the sun, man. Like you said, Ham was the original punk. Yeah. Canaan was the original punk, man. You see? All odious works of witchcraft, feast of blood, devourers of men's flesh. Right? Hey, remember, what was the chick, the spirit cooking demon? Marina, whatever her last name was. Jay-Z was tied to her and shit. You know, this is what they do, man. Right? Sacrifice your loved one to go to the next level. All right? So this is the common theme by now. You should be out of this whole, conspiracy this, conspiracy that bullshit.
They just talk. They aren't really
Come on, man.
They ain't really into this shit.
They're really doing this shit on the left-hand side. These Jakes and Edomites alike are just lower level witches and warlocks.
Yeah, because when you go into these videos, because like, you know, the internet, all right, the Lord is using to expose these jakes, man. All right, so you literally have spirits on the earth whose sole purpose was to go and find these random ass interviews with these niggas telling themselves,
Right.
and they do a compilation to show all the shit they do.
Yeah, it's confirming it.
So it's like, yo, the Lord had that done for a purpose.
Yeah.
Because these niggas are always gonna tell you what they're doing, but it's lost in the space of the internet. And like I said, these people, these truthers, that's their purpose, was to go find that for the prophet, so we can bring this out to show you that this is the same thing that sons of God were doing back then.
Yeah, it's being confirmed. Right?
Popping the tape. Yeah.
Popping the tape. God damn, boy. Man. Go back to that Genesis, the 6th chapter. Start at 5.
Genesis 6 and verse 5. And the Most High saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
It says that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart is only evil continually, showing you the wickedness that was on this people during that time, man. Sons of God. Right? There was a lot of things that were going on. The same shit you see now. Stories that we hear about degenerate acts that they're doing. Right? Going out.
Verse 6. They repented Yahweh that he had made man on the earth, and they grieved him at his heart.
Yeah. Think about that, man. It was so wicked during that time on the planet Earth that it repented the Lord that he created man. That gives you an example of the anger of Yahweh during that time.
That's right.
right? That's around 40 to that. It's around 40 in verse 8 through 10. Because it's giving you a description about what was going on at that time. When the time of Noah, the sons of God.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 40, verse 8. Such things happen unto all flesh, both man and beast, and that is sevenfold more upon sinners.
And sevenfold more upon sinners. Go ahead.
Death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and discord. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood.
And see, these things were created for the wicked, and for their sakes came the flood. Right? Let's go back.
Genesis 6 and verse 7. Yahweh said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for they repent of me, and I have made them.
Right, so the Lord said that it repented him that he even created man. All right, so imagine how much more wicked in this time man is today. Right? Hey, imagine the shit that we don't know. All right? Yeah, exactly. See, this is just the tip of the iceberg. All these things that are being revealed because I was trying to say that pretty much everything will be revealed in this time. Things that we're hidden will eventually come to the light. From the paraphrasing. So you got to understand, hey, the Lord, hey, give me Psalm 64. It talks about, his heart is deep. You know?
Psalm 64, verse 8, verse 6, it says, they should, Psalm 64 and 6, they search out iniquity, they accomplish a delicate search, both of them were dark, but one of them, the heart is deep.
Yeah, the rabbit hole is deep when it comes to what goes on that on these higher levels. All right, the rabbit hole is very deep. All right, and plus, we understand that Esau, he mastered all of these idols in this witchcraft on the left-hand side of the planet. You know?
Like I mentioned, why do you think whenever Alexander the Great, they generals, they take the power, told them to eat, because they want to go in there and study the person of the Canaanites and figure out how to tap into that power. You know, so they got this, this is why we mentioned earlier, Revelation 11, because the slaves are doing the same master every each day. Why do you think they have openings over there? They got pyramids over there. Because they trying to tap into that power.
Genesis 6 and verse 8, but Noah found grace in the eyes of Yahweh.
Yeah, the Lord found grace in the eyes of Yahweh. Noah was given a warning to what to build the ark before the flood came. All right, and that period of time, building the ark to the time of the flood, that was the period of grace to get right. You know? Go ahead.
Was God. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generation.
Yeah, he walked with the Most High. Noah was obedient. He listened. Go ahead.
And Noah walked with the Most High. And Noah begat 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth also was corrupt before the Most High, and the earth was filled with violence.
Right now. We can only imagine what was going on back then, you know? Go ahead.
Well, the Most High looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, with all flesh, like corrupted its way upon the earth.
Right, how much more now? All flesh has corrupted its way on the planet Earth. That's why the purge that's coming in this time is going to be fire. Right. Go ahead.
Verse 13, and the Most High said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And behold, I will destroy them with the earth.
Yeah, the Lord said I will destroy them with the earth. That's why the flood came. Give me this one verse.
Verse 14, make thee an ark of gopher wood. Rooms shalt thou make in the ark, and shall ditch it within, and without with ditch.
Right. So Noah was given specific orders, demands on how to build the ark. Specific direction of the size of the wood, how the Lord wanted it. And it's the same thing with us, because what are we doing? We're building a spiritual ark. Get that in Hebrews 11, right? Hebrews 11 and verse 6. Read down to 7.
I got it. Hebrews
Because we're out here because of what? The fear of the Lord. You know, we want to take part of being on the spiritual ark, which is the chariots, man. Because the Lord is about to flood the earth again, but this time it's going to be with fire. Right? So we're in that same lot as Noah. Right? We're actually witnessing the corruption of the planet Earth.
If I can make mention, because how we know that this place is beyond wicked, because this place has took the covenant that the Lord
How's everybody
made.
doing? Awesome.
The Lord made the covenant with the rainbow.
Is this from Ethiopia, the Bible?
How he was not going to flood the earth anymore.
Right.
And they went and took that and flipped it and made it.
This is great.
All right. You know, that's how we know that this place is out of here.
That's it. That's it. You know, we're in that same steed as Noah, man. Watching the earth get more corrupted, and what are we doing? We just continue to build on that spiritual ark, which be tied to that spiritual house. All right, the house of David, and we're gonna continue to build while everybody's in a state of madness and wickedness out here. We're gonna just continue to build, man.
Yep.
You know, you got something, brother?
Then I got the Hebrew.
You got it, bro.
Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to the Most High must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him.
Right, so you just like Noah did, right? He believed, right? He obeyed, right? Go ahead.
By faith Noah, being warned of the Most High of things not seen as yet.
Woo, just like us. Have we not been warned of the things not seen of yet? The nuclear destruction, the chariots coming, Jacob's trouble, famines, pestilence, plagues. Right? We've been warned of the same things. Right. And what are we doing? We're being proactive by coming out here doing this work. Right. All right? Partaking in the building of that spiritual ark. Right. Go ahead.
Moved with fear.
See, move with fear. We out here because we fear Yahweh Shema was shot. Yep. We don't want to take part of the second death, man. Right. We want to be delivered. Right? Go ahead.
Sure.
That's it. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Prepared an ark to the saving of his house.
Not to cut you off, but what was crazy when Noah was building the ark, what was the people scoffing, laughing at him, mocking him? Here it is, what we doing? We building the spiritual ark, people walking by, laughing, mocking.
Because you got to think about
it. You know?
When he was building that ark, he was telling the people, look, it's going to rain. They was like, what is rain? The water comes from the other earth. Right. Talking about it's going to rain. Just like how we're talking about, Lord's going to rain, this place is nuclear missiles. Right. Everybody's like, nah, that ain't going to happen. Right. And watch. Hey, you don't see that, man.
Everybody back in their life. Yeah. You got it, bro.
This is Hebrews 11 and verse 1. Yeah. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So Noah had that faith that what the Most High told him was going to come to pass. Rain. Something that they never seen before. They never witnessed rain. Right. Same thing with us. We never witnessed a complete annihilation of nuclear missiles, man. But we understand this is happening because we believe in it.
Yeah.
Hey, like Noah.
And you see the parallels in the spirit, man. But you got to have the spirit to see the parallels.
Right.
Right?
Right. Because, like you said, you got to have the spirit. Right? You got to receive the Holy Spirit. This isn't of men. Right? The ability to have faith, that is a gift, as it tells us in the book of Ephesians, the 2nd chapter. So ultimately, it's all by the grace and will of Yahweh Shema Shai, if you believe or if you don't. Right. You know?
I got something for you real quick. This is John chapter 16. All right, just add on to what you said. This is John chapter 16 and verse 13, and it reads, it says, howbeit when he, the spirit of truth, is come, he will guide you into all truth. For he shall not speak of it himself, but whatsoever he shall hear, that he shall speak, and will show you things to come.
Yeah. Yep. The Holy Spirit, man. All right, we've been given that eyesight, the spiritual foresight to be able to see the things that are far off. You know, through faith, we've been moved, as the Paul was saying, through fear, to come out here and serve the Lord and make our calling of election sure and work out our own salvation with fear and with trembling. You know?
I got one more. Got Proverbs 22. All right? Because we're talking about having the hindsight, being able to see these things before it happens, right? Right? So this is Proverbs chapter 22, and verse 3, and it reads, Proverbs 22, verse 3, it says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil. Can I get the definition of prudent?
I already know what I'm talking about here. Prudent, when you go into the free dictionary, means careful or wise in handling practical matters. Ooh. You know? So you got, a prudent man is careful and wise. You know? Like you had those guys in ISUPK talking about how using wisdom was cowardice. Well, that's against what the scriptures are saying, the mindset to be in. To be prudent-minded is the best mind to have in these times.
Yeah.
To not use wisdom, that's the real cowardice, man. Because that's showing that you fear whatever it is that you don't want to stand up against.
Well, you prideful, basically.
Pretty much.
Like it was broken down, and pride is what? A false sense of strength, right?
Yeah, right.
You know? So,
What they be saying, I ain't no weak you, right? You ain't, your strength comes through the fear and the faith.
there you go. Not of ourselves, right? So it says, Proverbs 22 and 3, it says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil, just like Noah, just like us. We foreseeth the evil. We look, it's clear as day to us that this shit about to go down. We ain't gotta have debates. We ain't gotta argue and go back and forth with you niggas. We ain't gotta do none of that, man. You either believe or you don't. The scriptures say, let the filthy remain filthy still. Let the righteous remain righteous still. So we don't gotta do all the extra shit, man. If you don't believe, ultimately what? That's on your ass.
Like we went into the lesson earlier, we can see that the writing's on the wall.
That's it.
The spirit is revealing unto us that this shit is about to go out, man.
That's it. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. Where do you hide yourself? In the knowledge of the Lord.
Wrong time.
It says, but the simple pass on and are punished. Hey, during the time of Noah, go building the ark. They mocking, scoffing him, walking by. This nigga crazy doing this big ass boat. Now, so what you think they saying about us? These niggas crazy as hell out here. Out there in the cold, it's raining. You screaming, right?
In the Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, he esteems his life
It's madness. Yeah.
While Noah was building this ark, the ocean was like several miles away. You know, the people, they were thinking he was crazy. What are you doing? But then they had the vision.
Yeah.
Right? Now get this real quick.
Got it.
This is Proverbs 29:18. When there is no vision, the people perish.
Man, that's it right there.
Right.
When there is no vision, the people perish. That's what happened during Noah's time. They didn't have the vision. The Lord wasn't dealing with the whole world. He was just dealing with Noah, which was a representation of who? The remnant of that time. You see? Got it.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 44, and we'll start at verse 17. It says, Noah was found perfect and righteous. In the time of wrath, he was taken in exchange for the world.
Yeah, he was taking exchange for the world. Go ahead.
Therefore, he was left as a remnant unto the earth.
See?
When the flood came.
See, Noah was the remnant. Noah and his 3 sons and their wives was the remnant of that time. You see? Go ahead anymore.
Sirach, chapter 44, verse 18. An everlasting covenant was made with him, that all flesh should perish no more by the flood.
Right, because hey, Noah wasn't just a regular man, right? He was part of the bloodline, man, of the sons of God, and through him, because grace came through him, that's how the sons of the lineage of the sons of God was continued, right? Noah then to who? His son Shem or Shem, right? All the way down to who? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. You see, that's heavy, man. And Lord willing, we are those descendants of that line raising back up in these times, man. Man, you got it, brother.
It's vision in the Free Dictionary. In definition 2, it says unusual competence in discernment or perception, intelligent foresight. It says the mystical experience of seeing something that is not in fact present to the eye or is supernatural. So it's that eye salve that brothers have been blessed with through the Spirit of God, how about you now shine, to be able to see these things coming to pass, man. To be able to correlate what we're reading to the prophecies taking place in our day-to-day lives.
That's truly a gift that everybody wasn't blessed with, man. Right? Let's go back to that. You got it?
Hebrews chapter 11 and verse 7. By faith, Noah, being warned of the Most High of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house.
See that? Prepared an ark to the saving of his house. Same thing we do. Right? We're preparing ourselves for the saving of our house. Hey, because what are those wise virgins are doing in Matthew 25? They're trimming their lamps. They're making themselves ready for what? The bridegroom, man, for the marriage. You see? Getting themselves in order. You got it, brother.
It says, by the which he condemned the world and became heir of the righteousness which is by faith.
There you go, man. Noah had faith. He believed. He was obedient. He did what he was told, man.
Yeah.
You see?
commentary on that verse.
Yep.
So it says, Noah being divinely warned of things not yet seen, Noah was warned of something that had never happened before. His faith was shown in not merely agreeing that the flood would come, but in doing what Yahweh Shem Yahushua told him to do regarding the flood. He was moved with godly fear, like we were talking about earlier, man. Because it's not even the fact that we're warning you of what's to come. Because you got a lot of Israelites that'll tell you, yeah, this kingdom is going to be done and whatnot. But we're actually moving in complete obedience, like how Noah was given specific instruction on how to cut the wood, what dimensions, length, and all that. We're doing that through the Spirit, all right? Going into full detail of what the Lord said to do.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, the Lord gave us the blueprint on how to do this work.
Right.
There was instructions that was given. We just ain't out here just freestyling shit.
Right. I
You know?
believe that's what John 4 chapter where it says that now is the time where the true worshiper shall worship him in spirit and truth.
Yep.
All right, to the T. Down to the T. Because when it comes to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, he wants to be worshipped the way that he commanded you to. In order. Like it says, 1 Corinthians 14 and 40, let all things be done decently in order. All right? So it says, he prepared an ark. It says, real faith will always do something.
Yes.
The book of James repeats this theme over and over again. He condemned the world.
Yes.
We shouldn't think that Noah was a man who preached sermons of condemnation to the world. Instead, the mere conduct of the godly without any preaching at all can feel like condemnation to the world. The point being that,
Yeah, Noah was diligent.
yeah,
Hey, imagine if Noah was like, I'll get to it later. Imagine that.
you know, Jake.
We wouldn't even be here. You know, I got time. Yeah, imagine if Noah was like, I got time. Just like you hear the average Jake, I got time.
All my life.
I got all my life to worship the Lord.
Yep.
Right?
Man, I guess you mentioned time, right?
You got it?
This is 1 Thessalonians.
See, this truth, all right, this knowledge requires, what we talk about is spiritual urgency, man. You can't just be lackadaisical. You can't just be sitting on your ass. All right, pick up the plow. Get to work, man.
Work to be done.
There's work to be done.
The harvest is labor, harvest plenty, the laborers are few.
That's it.
1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 1. But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night.
And we know perfectly that the day of the Lord comes, it's going to come as a thief in the night, man. Right? So we're not going to be taken off guard. We're looking, all right? And don't the scripture say, lift up your heads because redemption draweth nigh? Right? The Lord gave us signs in the heavens, signs in the earth beneath. All right? The spirit that would be in the earth that would determine his second coming. Right? Keep going out.
It's going to tell you to measure the time diligently. So if you're on your watch time, like it tells you to be in Habakkuk 2nd chapter, and you will be seeing all these things coming to pass.
Yep.
And hey, you will be moving with that fear that you can have a cover in that time. That's what we're trying to do is all, obtain that head, the protection during that day, man.
Yeah. We're trying to get right in this period of grace.
That's right.
Right? Get in order to repent so the Lord will have mercy upon us.
Because you made mention that period of grace. This truth is time sensitive.
That's it.
We're all on time, on a certain time period that this needs to be done. Otherwise, once that grace period is over with, because that's the problem with Jake. Jake thinks that the grace period is going to be prolonged. But you have to think about it in the terms of process. You have a grace period on paying your rent, right? On paying whatever bills. That grace period eventually runs out. And that's what the Most High, is saying the same thing as far as with the truth.
Hey, real quick, just to add on what Priest was saying about the grace has a time period. Before we get Sirach 5 and 7, give me Sirach 18:24. That precept proves to you that we ain't got all day. Right? You got it, bro.
Sirach chapter 18 and verse 24 says, think upon the wrath that shall be at the end.
Hey, that's exactly what Noah was doing. When the Most High told Noah that, look, I'm about to flood this bitch, imagine what Noah was thinking, like, dang. Right? He believed and started building that ark.
Look, we know how he felt because you can all you brothers know the moment you heard this truth, you heard all the destruction, you was like, oh shit, I gotta get right.
That's it.
Same thing with Noah, man.
That's it. Yeah.
Rock 18 and 24.
And we came in, we thought the world was going to end the next couple of months. When we first heard this gospel, we was like, oh shit.
Man, I was saying this to the brothers a couple weeks ago. You can tell a new brother that's coming to faith. They going talking about, I can't see the world going, how it's going to go. We just, fuck it, we get to who we get to. It's coming though.
That's it.
Rock 18 and 24, and the latter says, in the time of vengeance, when he shall turn away his face.
Yeah, see? Read it one more time, so like I want to make the point.
Rock 18 and 24.
Yep.
Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end.
Yeah, think upon the wrath that should be on the end, and that's what we doing. Yep. Go ahead.
And the time of vengeance.
In the time of the Lord's vengeance, go ahead.
He shall turn away his face.
When he shall turn away his face, that's the end of grace. When the Lord turn away his face, that's the end of grace. Right?
Time to pay up now.
Time to pay up. Ain't no seeking the Lord, let me go find the prophets, let me get on my knees and repent.
Right.
It ain't, and look, Jay, you got to cut that out.
Right.
Right? Add on to that, Sirach 5 and 7.
Sirach 5 and verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord.
Yeah, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. Go ahead.
And put not off from day to day.
Don't stop putting it off. We ain't got all day. We ain't got day to day.
Right.
Hey, the way things is going, hey, this economy could crash tomorrow, man.
Any day, man.
America is in what they said $35 trillion of debt, which we know is more than that. It's 200 trillion plus. Ain't no paying that back. People can't afford rent. People can't afford the bills. Hyperinflation is beating your ass. It's real out here, man. Let's cut out all the jokes. It's real out here right now, man. People crying on the internet and shit, social media. Oh my God, I can't pay my rent. I can't. My car got repossessed. This is what people talking about. So make no tarrying to turn to the Lord. Go ahead, read it.
Sirach 5 and 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord.
Yep.
And put not off from day to day.
They put out all day to day. Go ahead.
For suddenly shall the wrath of Yahweh come forth.
Yep.
And in thy security thou shalt be destroyed.
In thy security thou should be destroyed, man. And people are seeing that now, man. People have the security in what? Your white collar job. A lot of you Jakes are starting to figure out that look, corporate America ain't for you. What's it called? What's it called again?
Glass ceiling.
The glass ceiling. Right? When Jake try to get a promotion or Jake try to go to the next level, it's an Edomite there making sure you don't make it to the next level. He gonna sabotage your ass. Hey, that's a common thing in the corporate world with Jake, man. The American dream is there.
Yeah, we're seeing that with these celebrities, man.
Yeah.
Because one of the things that came out, I don't know how true it was, but it's still worth mentioning about how Diddy, one of the reasons why he's going through this now, that he was trying to buy CBS or whatever, whatever it was. You know, and that's always with these Jakes, when they get too high and mighty to get their place, Esau always smack them down because look, you ain't about to get up to the level where you rubbing shoulders with them high level Edomites on a regular everyday basis.
Yeah, right. This is the system.
Yeah.
You guys hear about Jake talking about the system? Yeah, that's the system. It was designed to keep you at a low level, man. Right?
In other words, it's called a pit. The pit.
Right? Fucking what was it, the college degrees. That's another false delusion. Right? All them high level degrees, you paid all that money to go to school, that top university, just to be working a minimum wage job.
Yeah, like you brought out investment. You got the little boy in China got a physics degree.
Yeah.
At the hospital. He got a physics degree working as a hospital janitor.
Come on, man. You know, everybody's been bamboozled. So the point is, this place ain't what it's been presented to be. So you gotta come out of that security, man, or you're gonna be destroyed, man. Security and your money and all of that, because the money's about to go away. All right, buying and selling is gonna have another meaning soon, and it's gonna be via what? It's gonna be digital through the MOTB. You see, so the point is the Lord is making is that you gotta totally detach your energy and mind and spirit from out of America, man. Yeah. Micah 2 and 10, this ain't your rest. Right? That was it. We finished that Hebrews, right? Get that one in Matthew. Was y'all holding something? I got something bringing up. Get that Matthew 24 out. Hold on.
Isaiah 52. What you said, you got to get your mind out of this place, right?
That's it.
You got to get the Babylon.
Isaiah 52, like 9, something like that. Touch on unclean things. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, please,
What's up, fellas? You looking good?
Hey, peace, brother.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I got it. I'll get it for you.
Oh yeah. Isaiah 52:11.
Yep.
Depart ye,
Yep.
go ye out from thence.
Yep.
Touch no unclean thing.
Touch no unclean thing, man. The unclean things are tied to what? These idols, these philosophies, the mindset of this world.
Right.
You got to detach from that. Go ahead.
Go ye out in the midst of her, be ye clean that bear the vessels of the Lord.
Yeah, it's time to be clean. It's time to be washed through the word of the Lord, man. All right, as we speak about it often today, America ain't got nothing for you, Jake. Yeah. This ain't the end all be all, Jake. And see, that's what people are talking about now.
Right.
It's like they're waking out of that slumber, that sleep. The covering cast is being pulled off.
Right.
Right? Everybody sees America exactly for what it is. Boy. This ain't it.
She got crabs, she got herpes,
Come on, man.
she got STI,
Come on,
STDs, HPV.
Right. She didn't enslave you. She didn't extorted you.
Yup.
Right? She didn't pimp you.
Yup. Now she finna kill you.
Now she finna kill you.
Feminine, what they call it, feminine to the power, whatever.
Yeah, man.
Babylon.
That's Babylon. Right? You got it out.
Oh yeah. Isaiah 52:12. For ye shall not go out with haste, nor go by flight, for the Lord will go before you, and the power of Israel will be your reward.
It's not of our own accord. It's not of our own volition. Right? To get out of teaching and just connect that back to how
I just said that.
spiritual. Right? You're not connecting or touching yourself to these ways of Babylon, and you're separating and coming back to your true heritage.
Like she done exploited you. You know? This place was the ruin of our people, man. And you still got niggas trying to hold on to it, man. That's why the scriptures tell us in Isaiah 13 that, give me that real quick. Isaiah 13 and, was it 15? Give me that, whoever got it.
I get this real fast.
You got it, brother.
This is Micah chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. All right, when it says arise ye and depart, it's talking about spiritually, you know. It says, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with the sword of destruction, you know. So those that stay in the spirit of America, Babylon the Great, and they'll be destroyed.
Yep. Everything about this place is to keep you in that, is to keep you in the flesh. Is to keep you in that anti-Messiah spirit. All right, to keep you separated from the Lord. Ultimately, that's what it's about. Esau has created a system to keep you constantly disconnected from the power, man.
Right.
Right? Therefore, he stays in power, and you get destroyed. You see?
Can I add to that point very quickly, Quan? Because time is our greatest asset. You know, and Jake is just drowned in all type of bullshit that really draws away their attention from the thing that matters most, which is serving the Lord. You're driven by one purpose and one purpose only, according to the book of Ecclesiastes 12 and 13.
Yep.
This is to serve the Lord. You know, but being clogged with all this sin and witchcraft, Jake's mind is far from that. You know? And that's what's going to lead to their destruction ultimately. So I get it.
Yeah, that's why the scripture tell you in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter, pretty much paraphrasing, most of you can, weigh you down pretty much, because you have to have a clean conscience, man, to be able to make it through all this shit. This is what the Lord is affording us, man. Unburdening us from that guilt of us being, Babylonianized by these damn kingdom, man. You know?
That's it.
You got to return to the Lord. That's the only way out of this shit.
That's it. Ecclesiastes 12 and 13, let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man.
Right. That's the reason why you were put on this earth, Jake. All right. That is your purpose. Okay. You're trying to fill that void in your spirit of all these, trying to chase the bag, trying to be this celebrity, be this person that you think that you want to be. No, your whole sole purpose is to fear Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and keep his commandments.
Romans 11 and 7, what then? Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for,
right?
But the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded.
Right. We have obtained it. We have the truth, man.
We see it.
All right. Our spirit has been filled. All right. Because we understand what the whole thing is about. We understand the meaning of life, man. All right. But to our people that don't have it, all right, this is why they're toiling, trying to figure out what the fuck they're here for, man. Like I was watching Cameron and Mason's podcast, they had Tyson on there talking. He was pretty much talking about how he was in between, he was a Muslim, he was a Christian or whatnot. He was like, I truly don't know God. I just know, I believe in God, but I don't know him. We know the Lord, man. We know His will. We know why we were put here. We know why these things are happening, man.
Yes.
We have the answer, man.
That's real heavy, man. And a lot of Jake is like that.
Right.
A lot of Jake knows that a higher power exists. Give me Romans 10 and 2 real quick, and I'll go back to this. But a lot of our people, because we're the Israelites, we're spiritual people by nature.
Yeah, I used to always.
So we understand that a higher power exists, but we don't know according to the right way. Go ahead.
It says Romans chapter 10 and verse 2.
Yep.
It says, for I bear them record that they have a zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge.
Yeah, there you go. So our people naturally have a zeal for the Most High. They know that a Creator exists in their spirit, right? But it's not according to the right way. This is why we're trying to get Jake to come out of the ways of the world, this Christianity, this Islam madness, and come into the truth. So going back to my point, what solidifies it. You got some more in there? Yeah, keep going.
Romans 10 and 3. For they being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness,
There you go.
and going about to establish their own righteousness, have not submitted themselves into the righteousness of the Most High.
And that's a lot of our people, man. They go about it to establish their own righteousness. Well, I'm going to believe on how I want to believe. Like you said, Tyson said he was a Muslim, he was a Christian, right? But he don't know the Most High. But in his spirit, he knows that a Creator exists, right? That's why going back to the point here, Romans 11 and verse 7, it says, but then Israel have not obtained that which he seeketh for, but the election have obtained it, and the rest were blinded. You see, we got the way. The truth was revealed unto us, but the rest of our people remain blinded. Right. Verse 8, it says, according as it is written, the Most High have given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ears that they should not hear unto this day. So it's a blessing, all right? It's really a privilege to have this gift to understand the truth, man. Right. The gift of faith. The Lord could have left us blinded, man. Like it told us in Ephesians, the 2nd chapter. Let me get that too. We're going to that. Give me Ephesians 2, and just read down on that. Some good points on that.
We start at the top.
Yeah, you start at the top.
Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 1. And you have he quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins.
That's right.
Wherein
See, you have you quickened. That word quickened meaning to be made alive. Because we were once dead, right? In trespass and sins. We was niggas in the world at one point, man.
Due to Yahweh Shai raising us up, because when you read John 6 and 63, he really says the spirit is the spirit that quickens it. The flesh profits nothing. All right, the words that I speak to you, they're a spirit and they're a life, man. All right, the Lord, He put the breath back into our
That's it. Yeah, man, walking at one point. You got it, brother.
Ephesians 2 and verse 2, I just want to quote the header.
Yep.
We are saved by grace through faith.
Beautiful.
Ephesians 2 and 2, wherein in time past you walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince of the power of the air.
Yeah, going back to the spiritual demon Satan. We once walked according to the course of this world. Go ahead.
The spirit that
So pretty much we were like enemies to the Lord at one point.
right.
Go ahead, brother.
The spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
Yeah, these 2/3, this wicked generation you see now. Right? Keep going.
Among whom also we all had our conversation in times past.
Yeah, see, and whom we also have had our conversation in times past. Our conduct.
Right.
Go ahead.
In the lust of our flesh.
Yep.
Fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind.
But Jake was doing the hell with whatever came to his mind.
Right.
Moving like brute beast. Right? Just like, there you go. Just like the Israelite foreigners back then.
Yep.
Read on.
just like the sons of God. And that's exactly what was going on back then before the flood.
That's it.
That's why the Lord, He said He repented that He made man because, the sons of God became unrecognizable to Him.
That's it. You gotta go.
And were by nature the children of wrath, even as others.
Yeah, see, by nature, we were like the children of wrath as others, man. But see, the Lord, if we were already established from the foundation of the world, the Lord opened our eyes back up.
Yeah.
All right, to come into this thing, to receive the light, to be separated from the rest of the world, the rest of our people, man. Because all of Israel is not going to make it on this side, man. It's all about the Israel of the Most High. Galatians chapter 6, verse 16. all right, which represents the elect. So those are the ones, those are the souls that we're going to get it on this side, man. That's how serious this is. Right, that was it, Doc. You go back to that. Your brother's got something?
Yeah, I got
Come in a little bit and talk loud for me.
This is the book of St. Matthew, chapter This is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 13. I'm going to read verse 16. It reads, "But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear." You see that? And I want to bring it out because everybody is blessed with what's going on. Somebody out with that. People out here, they can't understand basic things, basic scriptures, man. What the MOTB is, prophecy, pretty much. Because the Lord said, what? He revealed the secrets unto his servants, the prophets.
Add to it. What you said was right. People can't understand basic things, period. Like the simple fact of what is a woman.
Yeah.
That's true. All right. What the whole point of why the Lord put certain things in the earth. Niggas is made anything food.
Yeah.
These are basic things that if you had common sense, you would see that this is why that's like. Esau has to look the minds of the world now. Minds of the people.
I got a little bit more. St. Matthew 13 and 17, "For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them."
Right. The scripture tells you that it is a I forget exactly how it's worded. Pretty much, it's a good thing for like kings to search out the secrets of the Most High and roughly paraphrasing, because the Most High, has these things hidden, so He's looking to see who's secret. So the fact that we're able to go and search these things out and get to understanding, that shows you that the Lord is careful. He's helping us, pretty much come back to that God-like thing that's going to work.
Right. Scripture saying, wisdom leadeth to a kingdom.
Exactly.
So the wisdom that we're obtaining is cultivating us to be able to enter into that stage, as righteous kings and priests.
Right. So we're the only ones really trying to facilitate the change that we hope to see, man. You got all these niggas out here talking about black excellence and doing all these ideas on how to make our people great again. Well, we're telling you the real way, the only way that's going to happen is through these scriptures, right? Like it says, unless the Lord builds a house, that house is built from things, man. All right, so all these efforts that our people have done to try to bring us back to that state has all been, bullshit until now.
Let's go back to Noah.
Exactly.
Right? He built the way that he was commanded to. Everybody else is building their way, the way they want to build. It's not going to, be nothing to build.
Noah saw that, look, the Lord was hitting the reset button in the world. It's like we see that's happening again, man.
You see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, wisdom is what's going to get us delivered.
Right.
Just like Noah. Noah had wisdom. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself.
Right.
But the simple pass on and punish.
This is what you quoted, Bruce. It's Proverbs 25 and 2. It is the glory of the Most High to conceal a thing,
Right.
but the honor of kings is to search out a matter.
Right. So
Yeah.
the fact that the Lord gave us the understanding to go and find these things, that shows you that that's a glory that was given unto us, man. That's why it says wisdom, causing his face to shine, man. Because look, we're that light for the world. And as this place gets darker, we're getting brighter, And I said this the other day when we did the lesson, like, look, the elect is going to be those pillars that Yahweh Bashim al-Shah is going to have people run to in that day, all right, to get the answer, all right? When the trouble happens, the internet is gone and all that, the Lord is going to have us out here, all right, as the only means of common sense, of wisdom. Right.
St. Matthew 13 and verse 17, it reads, "For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them."
Now, this is 1 John chapter 2, verse 20. But they have an unction from the Holy One, and they know all things.
Right. We go into that word unction, we go into pretty much like an anointing.
I read it. The word for unction? Word for unction, it says G55:45. Anything smeared on anointment or ointment, usually prepared by the Hebrews, oil and aromatic herbs. Anointing was an inaugural ceremony for priests, pretty much going to the anointing.
Which is the eyesight of the brother Colorado already talked about. To be able to see are the things the Lord has hidden from the rest of the world, man. Because look, it's always been here in your face, but until you get those spiritual glasses, like in that movie They Live, you can't see it. Jake, like I said, Jake is walking by, simple as hell, gonna be destroyed because they can't see what's right in front of them.
That's the power of their hair. He got them niggas. They out of there.
Really, our people don't give a fuck anyway.
Nah,
The majority of Jake don't really care anyway.
they want to die.
So let them have it. Let them have this world. Right? Hey, the Lord said that friendship of this world was enmity with the Most High. All right? So if you're a lover of this world, the Most High hates you.
So it's sad out of all this information coming out. You still got Jake wanting to be famous. Jake's still thinking that it's career to chase out of here and all that. No, this shit is done, man. There's no money left and no avenues to keep going, man.
Drying up.
You know, like I mentioned earlier, the entertainment world is finished. The record label, the music industry is done. All right, sports is done. All right, the fucking these jobs is done. Crypto is done. Whatever field, podcasting, that's done. Whatever field that you're trying to go, YouTuber, TikTok, all this shit finished, man.
Hey, the elder down in Dallas, they made a good analogy of how Jake is building the tree house while the angels down at the bottom chopping the tree down.
Right.
They're trying to build themselves up in a system that's about to completely fall.
It's too late, man.
What's that? That's 2 Corinthians, the 10th chapter, right? You know, the pulling down the strongholds. Because Esau, his fortification, when these epistles go out, when brothers are, gathered together, at the altar of the camp, at the sanctuary, the sermon is being delivered. This word is literally breaking down the fabric of society. Just from the mere teaching of the word, because the word is the Lord's confirmation that things are going to come to pass, and he's using us as those vessels as a testament to his acts.
Like the vibration and shake the foundation of the earth.
Right.
Okay, this is Habakkuk chapter 2, and verse 14. It says, "For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea." That's essentially what the Lord is doing. Pretty much the word is going out. And the Lord is making it to where they don't have an excuse, because entertainment, is shot. Like it says in Ecclesiastes 12th chapter, the Lord is music shall be brought low. So the Lord is essentially making it to where this truth is on the forefront.
That's it. This truth is the only thing that matters. This truth is the only thing that's really being talked about. That's all we said. Hey, the Lord is removing everything that's a distraction, that's not in the truth, out of the way. Like brother said, the podcast is dead, right? Sports arena is dead. Hollywood entertainment is dead, right? Anything that has Jake's attention is being hopefully moved out of the way to make way for the prophets, man, for the word of the Lord to be heard. It ain't red circus is dry as hell. It's expired.
I just can't afford that shit.
Right.
Yeah, like Isaiah 24, like you said, the earth, the birth is done.
Right.
Right? Because the money that was used to facilitate this shit is finished, bro.
Right.
Niggas is broke.
Right.
How are you, like we just said, you don't see niggas flexing no more, bro. These celebrities, they got side hustle. Motherfucking, nigga, you a rapper making money off a fucking PlayStation game, bro. Niggas doing goddamn ads and shit on TV and dating that shit. This is true.
It's that hard, man. Yeah, do-rag commercials. Shit is crazy. Selling Mario pizza.
Motherfucker, Cardi B, she went ahead and
Really?
yeah.
I'm not surprised. No, she go back to her old shit.
That's it, man.
Yeah. Can't teach it.
All else fails, they got that shit going back.
It's Jeremiah 25, verse 10.
To me,
Moreover, I will take from them the voice of courage and the voice of gladness, the voice of the bridegroom and the voice of the bride, the sound of millstones and the light of the candle. All facets of society are being torn down by this truth. The spirit of Yahweh Shai, as the elder may mention, is removing anything that doesn't matter. Right? The only thing that matters is this ministry, man.
Right.
And you're about to see that, as we watch this place disintegrate, you're about to see that be made manifest more and more.
Yeah, to that point, because you have made mention of the famine of the word, and the access to this word, when the prophets are pulled off the scene, that's it. When you go into the word famine, it pretty much goes into scarcity, the lack of resources. Because the prophets are resourceful. The prophets serve as the Lord's vessels
That's right.
to preach His word. We serve as the light in a world of gross darkness. You know. So when all things continue to fail as they are right now before our eyes, the value of the prophets is increasing.
That's it. Our stock going up.
Start going up.
Only 2 things. Go ahead.
Because every time the prophets came on the scene, when you read the scriptures, they prophesied, the destruction of that kingdom came to a close.
Yeah.
You hear the prophets are today, I tell you what, there's no new thing under the sun. And here we are again today, how like the God with those men, we're prophesying the downfall to place we see is coming.
Yeah, we're in that transition.
That's right.
Oh, go ahead, Doc. Go ahead.
So Jeremiah 28, David says, the prophets that have been before me, before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries and great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. That's what we're saying, the wars, they pretty much had the thing happen with Israel. They're sending troops to Israel for America sending troops to Israel. So it says evil, all right, bad times, and it says a pestilence, which pretty much they got a STI pestilence going on right now in America.
Going ape shit crazy.
It's nasty out there.
Because this is what happens with new sex acts. It just produces a bunch of debauchery, man. It produces a bunch of disease. Showing you that whole lifestyle, that shit ain't right.
But that's the judgment of the Lord coming upon all these fruity ass niggas, these loose women.
Right.
You know?
That where it talks about the recompense that was meat.
Yeah.
In Romans, with the first chapter.
Yep.
That's the plagues, the diseases that's going on.
When you read Tobit, it says, in lewdness there's great want. So that's why you see everybody lacking right now. It's because lewdness has been allowed to exceedingly pollute the earth.
That's it.
Over sexualized. No restraint, all that. It's just this place is finished.
It's just total indulging in the flesh. That's what's pushed here. Just do it. Be about the flesh.
And when you over consuming the flesh, it leads to destruction.
Get that from out. You break one of your brothers. Break it down.
This is Matthew 25 and verse 36. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels in heaven, but my Father only.
Right, no man knows the time. Only the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, knows the time. So with that understanding, how should we be moving? We should be in the mindset of readiness, right? We should be, doing everything that we can through the Holy Spirit to prepare ourselves for the bridegroom's return. All right, we want to be found working.
Same way as we have went into the parallels of Noah, right? Could you imagine if Noah had taken some days off, man? He would have been 2 days behind. The boat wouldn't have been done. He would have been drowned up with everybody else, man. Yep. So that's why it's, the scriptures tell us to be diligent, man. Right? To seek the Lord in the days of your youth, man. Right? All these things are to understanding that the Lord is coming at a time that we don't know, but we have to make sure we're in the right stance, when He does arrive.
And how does the scripture go? Blessed is he whom the Lord shall find so doing, or occupied in the word. Roughly paraphrasing. Brothers can find and get that on deck. But you got it, brother. Go ahead.
Verse 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Also shall the coming of the Son of Man be. So as the elder was going into earlier at the lesson, started the lesson, we were going into what happened during the time of Noah, right? People were scoffing, people were scorning, people were carrying on in their lives, not having an understanding of the will of the Lord, okay? They weren't synced up with what the will of the Lord was. And it's going to be the same way when Yahweh comes to return. What do you say? Shall He find faith on the earth?
Yep.
These people don't believe in the Lord going to come back, and in the fashion that He is going to come back, and the things that are going to happen before that, the calamity, the hardships, the sorrow.
This is the book of St. Matthew 24:46. It reads, blessed is that servant whom is the Lord when He findeth, when He cometh shall find so doing.
Doing what? Doing the work. Keeping the faith. Occupied in prophecy. Making His body a living sacrifice, man. All right, being obedient. All right?
Matthew 25 and verse 38. But as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying, giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
That's what we see taking place right now. Right, marrying, giving into marriage, eating, drinking, as we may mention, giving yourself over to the deeds of the flesh, giving yourself over to all these debaucherous acts. Right? We're in a time that's worse than the flood, man. Right? We can only imagine what was going on right now or back then, but just paralleling it to what's happening now, right? We know that this is that time, man.
Continuing on, verse 39. And knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Right, so the scriptures tell us to prepare ourselves lest we be caught unawares, right? To be circumspect in the times that we're in, right? Ephesians 5 and 15.
It's Ephesians chapter 5, when we get into Ephesians 5 and 15, it says, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise.
Not as fools, but as wise. That being, what was the word we used? Prudent. Being prudent in these times, right? Going into that definition, again, being able to apply it and judge rightfully.
Verse 16, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
Right, redeeming these times, man. Understanding that we're in the worst times that the earth has ever seen, which means that we're that much closer, as the scriptures tell us, that your salvation is nearer than you believe, man. Right? So all these things are happening faster than we can imagine, and we have to make sure we're on our P's and Q's, man. Right? Because we're all walking on pins and needles, man.
In NLT, it says, Ephesians 5 and 15 NLT, so be careful how you live. Don't live like fools, but like those who are wise. Make the most of every opportunity in these evil days.
Make the most of every opportunity. Right? You only got one shot. Right? Right? This is your last chance, man. You can only do this once, so why not do it right the first time, man? Because otherwise, you're going to end up getting destroyed and have to come back to that everlasting shame, man. Right? Because even though you'll be, right, as Jake likes to say, well, if I'm just going to wake up in the kingdom, right, I might as well just go out with a blaze over here.
That's a crash out mindset. That's a loser's mindset.
A true champion mindset is you want to be the best, man.
Right.
And that's what the elect is the creme de la creme, man.
Right. Like you said, champions.
The mindset of a champion is to overcome. When you read, somebody get that, gird up thy loins like a man, and look up that word, gird up, and it's going to say champion. Yeah, either one. It's two verses.
Job 38 and verse 3, it says, gird up now thy loins like a man, for I would demand of thee, and answer thou me.
All right, look, that word gird up, it should say something about champion.
That's the word H24, it's like H247, azar. It says gird and cognizant, equip, to gird on, metaphorical of strength.
Is word champion not in there?
Pretty much, yeah. We go into that too.
Yeah, read that one. We want to be the best of the best, man. Here it is. We know that we're the sons of God, bro. We're not settling for mediocre. You know, we are the Lord's people. So understanding that we're a representation of the Lord on the earth, you want to show forth the Lord the best way you can. The niggas in that mentality you just said earlier, well, I know I'm gonna be in the kingdom anyway, so I might as well just live it up. That's a losing mentality, man.
We want to be in that first fruit.
Yeah, we want to partake of that first dominion. That's right.
It's all good.
Hey, anybody thinking like that, it's probably just going to be reserved to come back in the kingdom anyway.
That's it.
Somebody got to fulfill that lot, right? So if you're thinking like that, then shit, you probably are going to be reborn in the kingdom. Right.
Scriptures talk about 2/3 of people being coming off and dying. So if you thinking like that, man, the spirit of doubt, or
Right.
just, you out here.
We're trying to be part of the government that's about to be established.
That's right.
Well, we're going to have to take orders from the Lord to restructure the earth back to righteousness.
But see, that's the problem with anybody with that mentality. They don't understand that.
Right.
They don't understand the lot that comes with being of the first fruits. Because you saying that means you're not ready for a seat in rulership.
Yeah.
You're not ready for the task of repositioning the earth back to where it used to be. All right? You didn't have any type of order, any type of power.
Right. You're not a leader.
Nah.
I guess something real quick. This is 1 Corinthians 9:24. Know ye not that they which run in the race run all, but one receiveth the prize. So run that ye may obtain. So, hey, just like in the race, you're not going to do a half-ass. You're going to try to win that race. You know, you got to try to be the best. Not be in the back, you know, sitting in the chair, you know, waiting until everybody goes by, come in last place, thinking you're going to, you know, get a reward. What's it called? Participation award.
Yeah, ain't no participation trophies, man.
Right.
We want that first place, man.
Right.
See, that's how you know niggas like that been in Babylon too long, man.
They always want the easy way out. So.
Nah.
That's it. You know, niggas like to cut corners.
This is the word for run. It says tretro. It says to run of persons in haste, of those who run in a race course, of doctrine rapidly propagated. I said by a metaphor taken from runners in a race to exert oneself, strive hard.
To exert yourself, man. Right? To give it your all, pretty much, man. Right? You give it all you can, and the Lord is going to give you everything else, man.
It says to spend one's strength in performing or attaining something.
Right. So you give this thing all your strength, man. Whatever you got, whatever your portion of the Spirit is, give it to the Lord, man. And He's gonna give you the rest. He's gonna give you the dominion. He's gonna give you the new body. He's gonna give you a righteous kingdom, right? But you gotta give Him something first, man. The scriptures tell us that we make ourselves a living sacrifice, right? Exactly.
So that means what? You're not going to be able to do what you want to do. The Lord comes first. That's why it tells us in the book of Matthew, the 6th chapter, that you seek the kingdom of heaven first, and then let all these things be added unto you. You got to be circumspect. You got to have your mind glued on the task at hand. Because as brothers are discussing, look, when we enter into the dominionship of rulership, the Lord is putting us through the fire of affliction right now to be worthy to inherit that, man. So there's going to be ups and downs. There's going to be things that we go through. But it's all for our cultivation in the spirit, going from glory to glory.
Yeah, we are auditioning for Godship, man. Or Godhood.
Prince, you know, Yasharala, a prince of power, right? A prince doesn't have the same liberties as common folk. Right?
Nope.
Right? You have responsibilities that you have to be upheld to. Right? You have to make sacrifices that others don't. You know, so if you think yourself to be one of the elect and you're putting on as the elect, that sacrifice is going to be necessary. Right? That's why the scriptures tell you do good unto yourself and give the Lord His due offering. Right? He's asking you to do this so that He can give you everything else.
Not a quick one. This is Surah chapter 2 and verse 5. It says, we pretty much mentioned the point of it's pretty much being like the training grounds, you know, so to speak. This is Surah 2 and 5. It says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. You know, so the elect is being purged of essentially those unwanted qualities. You know, so essentially they can be get that gold in the end, which is going to be formed by those different adversities that they have to go through.
Removing all those weaknesses, right? So that we can be those gods, man, those kings that Christ mentioned.
Matthew 25, verse 40. Then shall two be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other left.
Yeah, that's an abduction. Meaning the one taken got beamed up.
Matthew 24 and verse 40. Then two shall be in the field, and one shall be taken and the other left. Two women shall be grinding at the mill, and one shall be taken and the other left. Watch therefore, for ye know not what hour your Lord does come.
Right, so pay attention, man. Right, we see World War III on the horizon, we see the MOTB on the horizon, we see sedition on the horizon. All these things are about to come to pass. Pay attention to what prophecy is saying, because we don't know when the Lord is going to come. Man. We don't know how fast these things are going to start to accelerate as it starts to get worse and worse, and we enter into Jacob's trouble.
Yeah. Hey, don't forget about the censorship too. There was an article that came out that said the UK and America are fighting for censorship. Right. They want to control the narrative. They want to make sure that whatever's being put out there coincides with what they're pushing. Right. You know? So these Edomite power structures are pretty much banding together. There's really behind it all, really Amalek. You know what I mean? But they're really all coming together to stop truth. You know?
You want this?
Go ahead.
Yeah, now I can.
Matthew 24 and 43, it says, but know this, that if the good man of the house had known in what watch the thief would come, he would have watched and would not have suffered this house to be broken up.
Right, so if we knew the exact day, hour, time, right, we would be able, it'd be that, what's it, pool in case of emergency scenario, right? We would see the fire, and we would go grab the fire extinguisher, right, the proverbial fire extinguisher, going into this wisdom, right? But the Lord is telling us, look, we don't know when that fire is coming. We don't know when that thief is coming. We don't know when all these horrible, horrific acts are about to take place. So you have to be on your watch continuously, man.
Yeah, if you knew the thief was coming, your ass would be sitting on the front porch. You'd be in the driveway.
Looking out the window like Malcolm X.
Right.
You'd be screaming.
Facts.
Like what we doing?
Right.
We screaming. We trying to tell our people, look, y'all niggas better get it right before you get left. Because the Lord not playing, man. There's going to be a remnant of our people that are going to be able to be afforded salvation versus the majority of our people are going to be destroyed. You got to take every step with intent and purpose, man.
Facts.
We fighting for our crown. You have something to go?
I mean, because when you go to 2 Peter, it tells you, the Lord is, I can read it if you like. This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 3, and I'll start at verse 9. And it reads, I start at verse 8, and it reads, but beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord is 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day. Verse 9, the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count suffering, but as long as 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9, the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slack.
Right. And what is his promise? That the kingdom of heaven will be established on earth. Right? That the nation of Israel is going to be able to establish their kingdom and enter into that new covenant. Right? Dominionship, rulership.
Like the scripture said, man, the Lord is not slack, right? It tells us that he's been long holding his peace, roughly paraphrasing, man. So Jake think the Lord is sweet, man, just because they're not getting killed in the streets right now. Right? But we're about to see, as the spirit of Yahweh Shai starts to intensify in the earth, we're going to see those judgments start to intensify as well, man.
Facts.
You can tell you that even though it's son through
Wicked.
yeah, even by the time, I can do 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 9, it says, the Lord is not slack concerning his promise, as some men count slackness, but is long suffering to us, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. We know that 2/3 of our people, they're not also going to repent. But the Lord is long suffering to those that are going to repent. This is why you see us out here on the highways and byways, right? Presenting our bodies as a living sacrifice.
And even in that long suffering, that mercy of this message going out, is the Lord giving 2/3 an opportunity to receive salvation, but understanding that they're not going to take it, man.
Yep.
Right? That's why it says whether they hear or whether they forbear, man. The message has to go out.
Yep.
Yeah, you're either gonna be sealed for protection, or you're gonna be marked for judgment.
Verse 10, it reads, with the Lord, it's like when the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night. And when the Lord comes, what that means is, that you're not going to know, right, when the scripture tell you that no man knows the day nor the hour, and just going back to what the brother said, you're not going to, know exactly when, the day of the Lord is coming. So if it's a thief that's ready to bring it to your house, pretty much you're going to be prepared as far as, spiritually, but our people, they're not taking the proper preparation to prepare themselves spiritually. Because of that, it's going to lead to their downfall and his grace. Verse 10, it reads, but the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, and in which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. The elements shall melt with earth and heat. The earth also and the work of the day shall be burned up. And this was eventually going to happen to this place, right? And knowing that this place is going to be destroyed by fire, you should definitely be watching. But our people, they're not watching. They're not taking heed to the warnings. They're not measuring the time diligently themselves. Yeah, come on. Verse 11, 2 Peter chapter 3 and 11.
You already read. Read it again.
Yeah. 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 11. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought you to be in all holy conversation and godliness?
Conduct. The Lord has given us everything that we need to receive the salvation and the things that we ought to do to be a part of the elect. You read 2 Peter, the Lord literally gave the elect cheat codes on how we should operate.
Play by play.
Play by play. 2 Peter, the first chapter, that is a play by play outline of what you need to do in this ministry to continue on and receive the salvation. Peter stamped it at the end. He said, you do these things, you'll never fail. So that's the mindset of conversation and conduct that we ought to be in.
Then after he said it, he said, then that abundance of the kingdom should be open to you. So this is what you got to do to unlock the treasure box, you know, so to speak. You know,
somebody-
these the keys. Keys of David, you know.
Get Psalms 15, read that, man. Get in with that.
Psalm 15 on top. That's
Yeah.
heavy, man.
It's answer what you said too. King David gave another blueprint.
Psalms chapter 15 and verse 1. Lord, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill?
Top and break it down.
He that walketh uprightly and worketh righteousness and speaketh the truth in his heart.
Right. Read that from the top. About that.
Psalms 15 and 1. Psalms 15 and 1. Lord, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill?
Right. And we see that the Lord's tabernacle, when you read in the book of Revelation, it said is with men. All right. The Lord has already set aside an elect remnant that the Lord is dealing with. You know, all willing to be a part of that. Keep reading.
Verse 2.
Man. That shit came out of nowhere.
During the time of Noah, this shit just started raining out
Bro,
of nowhere like
that
that.
rain came out of nowhere.
I know that shit caught everybody else started back then.
Yeah, all you just saw this big water drop.
Somebody threw that shit out the window.
You know?
Really.
Everybody's got another scripture before we close.
This is that song for
Psalms 15 and 2.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It says, he that walketh uprightly and worketh righteousness and speaketh truth in his heart.
Uh-huh.
He that backbiteth not with his tongue, nor doeth evil to his neighbor, nor taketh up a reproach against his neighbor.
Right, right. You gotta have a mindset to be an upright citizen of Yasha Allah, man. Alright? Doing the things that the Lord had told us to do. Alright? Again, just being an upright citizen of the Lord.
Verse 4, in whose eyes a vile person is contemned, but he honors them that fear the Lord.
Right. He honors them that fear the Lord. Because we understand what? The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. It's the beginning of knowledge. And in that, the application of that brings forth fruit. It brings forth a vibration like you have made mention of. Right? Of how to think, how to operate.
Knowing that we're going to be hated because we're walking in that way too, man.
He that sweareth to his own hurt and changes not. He that puffeth not out his money to usury, nor taketh reward against the innocent. He that doeth these things shall never be moved.
Not being a sellout. You're doing this truth with integrity, man. And you're doing everything or what we just read about is going to keep you to be safe, man. You know, that's what's going to keep you in the house of the Lord. Any wicked nigga, the Lord's going to boot out.
We pray that lesson was edifying. We're going to close it out by saying, Call Allah,
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Makakwadash.
a double honor to the elders and apostles, great wisdom and perfect truth, and rule well and much respect chief girls out there pushing truth with all righteousness and sincerity from long to long.
Hey, shalom.
Wow.